you from the top of the Poconos, it's The Balcony Show with your host, Ann Thatcher, Bo Summer, and me, the Mad Cat. We have searched the globe for the best in indie music, so you don't have to. So here we go, The Balcony Show.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Balcony Show. We are very excited tonight because we are going to have rock royalty on the phone for our listeners tonight. Joe Hoekstra is going to be on. Woo-hoo. From White Snake. Woo. Rock of Ages. Wow.
Wow, so much.
We
White
excited.
Snake.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra. He's done a lot.
Yeah, he's done so much.
You know what? He's one of these people that there's not too much or not any arena that he hasn't been in.
Yeah.
You know, he's toured small. He's done major arenas. The list of people that he's worked with is just absolutely incredible. So I would encourage you to check it out.
She encourages you, folks.
Stick around and listen.
I don't encourage. I tell you, I'll show up at your house. Just go do it.
But first, hit it, Dave.
Useless facts. Facts that are freaking useless. Yes. Today's useless facts about rock. So,
Rock
I
and
guess
roll.
we're just going to dive right in. You know what I mean? We're going to dive right in. We're just going to get right in the water and we're going to go. Useless fact number 1. Bono got his nickname.
Bono.
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 There we go.
Sonny Bono. No.
Seriously, what was in that cigarette?
I'll have what he's having.
I'm saying. All right. Bono got his nickname from a hearing aid store.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Say that again.
Huh?
Get it?
He got it from a hearing aid store.
Huh?
What?
What? Useless fact number 2. The Rolling Stones' tongue logo design was inspired by the Indian Hindu goddess of Kali, the destroyer.
Oh, yeah.
Kali.
Yeah.
Remember that from what's his face?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
No, Harrison Ford played in them. The movies.
Wow, Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Yeah.
Or Indiana Jones?
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Kali.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Chilled
We're
monkey
like, oh,
brains.
yeah.
Weirdos. All right, useless fact number 3. The Muppet Show's animal is allegedly inspired by Mick Fleetwood.
I did not know that.
I think I
see
did know
that.
that.
I didn't know that either, but it kind of makes
Pretty
sense
cool.
now.
Totally
Yeah.
does. Yes.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, yeah. Totally get it. Mick Fleetwood with the eyes. Animal has the big eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Useless fact about rock number 4. After making a mistake when recording Hey Jude, Paul McCartney says O-F-N-L at the 2-minute and 58-second mark.
So you know
Really?
everybody's going to be looking.
I am.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. I did not know that.
I did
I
not
have
know
no
that
idea
either.
about
No.
that one.
Dave,
Yeah.
when we go on a break, you got to YouTube that.
Which I thought for
hear
years,
it.
like when Law and Order was it Law and Order the one that used the Who song, Who Are You? Okay, they never edited that out where the song says, Who the F are you?
Right.
And every day, family viewing hour.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's in there. Give that a listen. All right. Useless fact number 5. The term used in the 40s by the U.S. Air Force for UFO was Foo Fighters. That I did know.
I knew that.
I wonder if
Yeah.
if that was intentional, them taking that name.
I think it was.
Yeah. I think Dave in an article early on had mentioned that. Like he was just basically in his basement grasping at straws. What was he going to call his first iteration? Because the first album is all Dave. Recorded in his basement. After Nirvana kind of flew to the wind. And I think that was where I got that from. So, yeah. Moving right along.
Well, these were very interesting, useless facts.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
I like
actually
these,
like these.
useless facts today.
I'm glad it had nothing to do with goats.
Right.
So our first song tonight is going to be from Soraya, who is a Philadelphia artist, and she is out. She's been touring with Joan Jett. She's made a Billboard with her latest single, and we are super excited for her. But we're going to play her song Wild Woman, and let's kick off this great show. We'll be right back.
Screaming out of the fire, crashing down a moonbeam. Blood in her eyes, wailing a siren scream. Wild woman, oh yeah. She's all thunder and lightning through your bedtime prayers. No use fighting, girls already there. Wild woman, wild, wild woman, yeah. Come on. Yeah, she's a wild, wild woman. Yeah, she is. You're gonna play a fool, just like a wild child bullet. She got dirt in her nails, she got grit in her soul, white velvet inside your veins that go. Wild woman, wild child woman, yeah. Come on. Wild, wild woman, yeah, she is. Said you're gonna play a fool, just like a wild child bullet, right between the eyes. Baby, don't you criticize her, yeah, yeah. She's a wild, wild woman. Yeah, she is. You're gonna play a fool, yeah, just like a wild child bullet. I know who I am, baby. I know where I stand, yeah, yeah. I'm feeling wild. I'm feeling wild. Yeah, feeling. You know I'm feeling wild.
And we're back on the Balcony Show, and right now we have the first song from tonight's interview with Joel Hoekstra. The song is Until I Left You. So give it a listen, and when you come back, we will have Joel on the line. Here we go.
When I was young, I felt their eyes cut into my heart and take away my pride. that made me wise. I saw your true intent, and much to my surprise, never would you be there in the end. No, the clouds of laughter lifted from a life that's on the mend. Yeah, nothing seemed to go my way. Yeah, and good luck never seemed to stay. And I woke up hoping things would change every single day, but nothing seemed to go my way until I left you. Oh, until I left you. Yeah, until I left you. Until I left you. Until I left you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Balcony Show. We are back with Joel Hoekstra on the phone. He is the lead guitarist. He plays with Whitesnake and Trans-Siberian Orchestra. He is known for his work with Cher, Night Ranger, the Broadway show Rock of Ages. He has filled in for Foreigner, Monsters of the Rock Cruise. It just goes on. Joel, I would take up the whole show.
You a busy guy.
Just incredible. What a bio. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate it.
And so we're here to talk about your side project, which is Joel Hoekstra's 13. And we played the first song from, I believe it was Dying to Live, which was your freshman album from Hoekstra 13, Joel Hoekstra 13, Until I Left You.
Okay. Thank you for doing that.
So what can you tell me about, why did you start a side project?
Well, I mean, I had 3 instrumental albums out years ago that were primarily instrumental, kind of wild, fusion-y, much like you'd expect from a guitarist. And as it became more well-known in the hard rock bands, in particular Night Ranger and Trans-Siberian and Whitesnake, I had a lot of fans saying, well, we got your solo stuff. You have anything that kind of sounds more like the bands you're in? So they were just looking for, hard rock songs. And I really always wanted to do that, like write an album of just good quality rock songs that were songs that I would want to listen to. So that's really the focus of the Joel Hoekstra's 13 albums, is that they don't sound like a guitar solo album. There's not really long guitar solos. It's not instrumental. It's not all about like showing off my chops. It's more or less like to give me an opportunity to be the person to write the songs all the way from the chord progressions and riffs to the lyrics and the vocal melodies, and kind of have my favorite classic rock musicians help me out in making that come to fruition. So it's, I guess if you wanted to summarize, it's kind of a chance to be the boss for a second and do all the writing and be in charge of, how it should sound in regards to the mix and the final product, to produce it essentially.
Yeah, I gotta say, I really enjoyed how, and knowing you're a guitar player and then you're having these songs. I mean, more often than not, over the years, we've heard guitar players release albums kind of in this vein, but then they really spend a lot of time showcasing themselves throughout the song. And you really kind of laid back into the mid seat on this, and I found that rather refreshing because it adds to the strength of these songs, which were really good, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, for me, as I said, it's more about the songs and having it sound like a band. The hitch being, though, that I'm the person doing all the writing. So it's not a band per se, and hence the name. It's kind of I gave it a project name in the end to show that this is definitely mine, hence the Joel Hoekstras, and then I gave it a project name in 13 because I thought it doesn't sound like a guitar solo album. Like to release it under Joel Hoekstra, people would put it on and go, "Well, it just sounds like a band," So I thought a project name was the most appropriate in the end for it, and hence the selection of Joel Hoekstra's 13. And I thought, if it ever turns into a band, we can just call it 13. But for the time being, Joel Hoekstra's 13 works fine for me.
And why the number 13?
Just my lucky number.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
And I got to tell you, the reviews that have come in for the running games, which is the next two songs that we're going to hear, have been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, people are really, really digging this whole project. Between the riffs and the melodies, and Russell Allen's voice is just stellar. So you picked some really good people. And who produced this?
Me.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Well,
A
fantastic.
self-contained man.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's just fantastic. It gives your fans, a chance to like get inside your head a little bit, if you know what I mean. Because you're always contributing to other bands, and you contribute so much to, Night Ranger and Whitesnake and all those projects you do. It's nice to hear what's inside your head, your lyrics, how you're feeling, what direction your life is going in or where it's been. So it's really cool for us to hear.
Which
Yeah,
brings
cool. Thank you.
Which brings us
the
to
lyrics.
Oh, go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I was going to say the lyrics are often, specific but vague enough for people to attach their own meanings, which I kind of
Exactly.
like. So a lot of times the songs aren't about what people think they're about.
Exactly, and that's what you kind of explained in a few times during the Campfire tour, which I found to be really interesting when you were playing with Brandon Gibbs.
I love finding out like the
Yeah, I
real dirt,
love
though,
that
what the
stuff.
songs are about.
Because, a lot of the songs people think are about relationships half
Yeah.
the time, and the way you wrote the song, you might think that, you may not be too sure, you don't know what it's exactly about. You put your own spin on it as, listening to it. So it was
So
really
hard
cool
to
to
say
hear
goodbye.
that. It was
So-
really cool to hear that, though, what the songs are really about.
Oh, thanher I appreciate that.
So Hard to Say Goodbye is about, because the rest of our listeners probably don't know.
I'm the only one who knows here right now.
or do they got to wait and come to a concert to find out?
Well, I mean, Until I Left You is basically, people always think that's about, leaving a partner in a relationship or whatever. But for me, that was about quitting drinking, basically. Just that letting go of that was, things tended to go my way. Nothing seemed to go my way when I had that as part of my life, essentially. And so letting go of that was a big step for me in life. And then Hard to Say Goodbye is more specifically about letting go of just like bad memories in your life, and basically forgiveness, essentially, like just moving on from hanging on and rehashing bad memories and just kind of letting go of, bad things that have happened.
Did you feel that, like writing a song like that, Hard to Say Goodbye, was that kind of therapeutic for you in a way? If you know what I mean?
Sure. I think that making the albums are in general. I mean, I do them as artistic statements, even though I want to attach like some listenability and, I guess, commercial appeal sounds cheesy because I'm not exactly making a Katy Perry album, but like, for our genre,
Right.
like I want the songs to be catchy and good songs. So, there's definitely that in there. But within those confines, I like to, think that they're just artistic statements because I'm not really making them for,
Right.
money or anything
Right.
like that. They're entirely motivated by like the sake of the art and like hopefully leaving a legacy in your life beyond like, well, he's the guy who had these gigs,
Right.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Joel, with everything that you have under your belt and all the experience of touring, recording, working with so many other artists, comes like life experience and professional industry experience. So just wanted to know for our listeners who may be an indie artist or an indie band themselves out there, with the way the industry is today, compared to what it was like for you when you first started out, what would you tell an up and coming or somebody that's interested in making this their career for life? Would you do anything different?
I mean, I would say have the confidence that you can do it, but also know that you have to work harder than most people. I think, unfortunately, a lot of people choose passions because it feels like, hey, it's not going to be like going to work. What they don't realize is that you're probably going to have to work harder than most
It
people
is going to
if
work.
you want it, if you want it to work out in the end.
Yeah.
Like getting into something that a lot of people want to get into or to live out your dream, you really do have to pay your dues pretty heavily, I think, to see the other end of that. At least I did.
Yeah.
I
Did
had
you
to
ever-
work really hard.
At what point, if you ever, did you say, oh yeah, like today's the day I actually recognize like I made it, or I made myself a name and have truly created, my career and my dream and it's come true? Like, did you ever have that moment? Or is that still kind of like rolling?
It's kind of a mix of saying that, it's never happened in a way, like never having that moment, or you could say like I've lived that moment, that small moment, like a gazillion times. So
Right.
it's kind of like every step of the way that you take, you go like, hey, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool. But not to get too philosophical, but in the end, it's more about the process, So like the thing that I always preach, and this would go to the younger artists out there, is that you need to be productive on a daily basis. So it's not like you can't just, if you look at anything that's a monumental task, like if you're learning a foreign language or you're going to, turn yourself, get in immaculate shape. I mean, that's something that happens over the course of time through consistency. So for me, it's about getting to the end of every day and being like, was I productive today? Did I put a lot of effort in today? And that's, at the end of the day, that's all you can do. There was no pun intended there at the end of the day, but
Right.
I mean, you want to reach the end of every day and know that you tried hard and that you put something in, because
Absolutely.
in the end, you get back what you put into it.
Yeah.
We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with the Joel Hoekstra interview. But first, we're going to listen to Hard to Say Goodbye by Joel Hoekstra's 13.
Every day in a way I can still feel pain. What you did to my heart, and it stays, never fades in an endless way. But I need to start to let you go, 'cause heaven knows it's time to breathe again. If I stay strong, move along, this time will come to an end. Oh, 'cause I tried to push on through all the hate I felt for you, but I'm ready to show what love can do. It's hard to say goodbye to you. Late at night, out of sight, I relive the days when it all came apart. If I learn to forgive, will I find my way to a mended heart? So I learned how. The time is now for a loss to be again.
Hey Joel, this is Mike. So yeah, I was just really impressed with the production that went into this studio wise and stuff. It's very, very professional sounding, of course. I was just wondering, when you get these songs together, do you kind of just have like a loose blueprint when you go and you kind of gather up the rest of the musicians, or do you lay down kind of like the bones of it yourself before you bring people in to record, or like how does that process go in writing these songs?
So I usually will write a chorus, like while I'm playing a guitar riff, and write a chorus, and then kind of build the song out from there, and maybe write the guitar riffs to the rest of it, and maybe come up with that stuff later.
Yeah.
It depends. There's times where it goes down and it's just the guitar riffs and everything first, and then
Right.
I'll write something to that. But essentially, like what goes to the musicians, what goes to Vinny Appice, like when you record and you're a guitarist, I got my choice of either programming drums and having Vinny interpret that and do his own thing with it,
Yeah.
or just lay it down to a click, right, which is essentially a metronome, right? So
Yeah.
that's what I tend to do, just because I'm not a big fan of programming drums. It's so tedious to me. Like I don't enjoy it, and that's what you get a drummer for, right?
That's right. Yep.
And I like them approaching it and sometimes surprising me in what they do. Especially Vinny. Vinny always say he has a knack for playing the unexpected, where you go like, wow, I wasn't picturing that, but now that it's there, I really dig it. So to me, that's where everybody gets to leave their personality on it, and their hand in the way it sounds, is just by letting them create their parts and not getting in their hair too much about it. Vinny plays on the stuff, and I pretty much just go with whatever he plays. And likewise with Tony Franklin on bass, it's just like perfection. He's just great bass player, and
Yeah, it's great you have that
very
trust
rarely
factor.
do I go back to any of these guys with anything like, hey, can you do this? I just let them do their thing, and then that's what you hear. So they get to express themselves and not feel like, oh boy, this guy's just telling me note for note what to play. And I don't want to do that either, because I've been on their side of things many, many times, where you're playing on somebody's album, and that's a drag.
Micromanaging, yeah, that's a drag.
Somebody's telling you exactly what to
Yeah.
play. It's like, well, why do you even have me here?
Right. Yep.
And you have number 3 coming.
Yeah, exactly. Working on the 3rd, so that's kind of entering the mix phase right about now. So, usually it takes a little time once it's turned in to turn it around. So I think people can expect it in early 2023.
Well, we can't wait. That's for
Fantastic.
sure.
Yeah.
Will it be the same lineup of musicians, pretty much?
Yeah, pretty close.
Cool. Great.
one change, but yes.
Very cool.
I want to ask you, tell me one thing about Joel Hoekstra that most people would not know.
Oh gosh, that I rarely listen to music.
Oh my God, that is classic.
Really? Wow.
Okay, you just made our night.
That's great.
I mean, I work on music a tremendous amount,
Right,
and so by the end of the day, the last thing I want to do is be like, hey, let me go listen to this artist or this album. My brain just starts working when it hears music and starts thinking, and so I usually like to go the opposite route and get away from music, like in my spare time, so to speak, where most people look at music like it's like their entertainment, that is their spare time. For me, it's like get away from it. So I'm pretty bad, like not pretty bad. I'm absolutely horrible at being like, relevant in terms of listening to newer artists, or even in knowing catalogs of older artists where, I've worked with other musicians who know, oh, this album, this song sequence, and, the Eddie Trunk kind of thing, where you've got the liner notes memorized, and, real like historians of classic rock, right? I'm exactly the opposite. I'm like heavily influenced by what I did listen to, but I didn't, no matter how much I liked anybody, I don't own like the whole discography from anybody.
Right.
Right.
So, I mean, I pretty much owned like a couple albums from like certain artists, and then I'd be like, wow, but I'd be heavily influenced by those, you know?
Right.
So we're gonna finish with Finish Line tonight, and can you tell us something about that song, Joel?
So Finish Line is basically it's just about like setting me off on the path of playing guitar in life, like, you know, with my guitar and like kind of me against the world and going off to try and make it happen and working incredibly hard to try and make it happen. And it basically, you know, my life is essentially like every day. It's a race where I'm constantly working, but the finish line is like nowhere in sight. I don't even know what the actual end is. You know, it's like you just constantly working, looking for the finish line that you'll never find. Essentially,
Boy, isn't that the? And lately, that's.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Go. Do you have a question?
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's a very well put together song, and you know, along with Russell's incredible vocals, I was pretty amazed by it. It almost had a very Dio kind of sound to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I felt like I was like, wow. I was like, you know, I dug it in a sense because I enjoyed Dio, and I was just like, I was wondering if that vibe was intentional or if that's just the way it just plays out, and that's my own interpretation.
well, I mean, one of the statements when Dying to Live came out was that, you know, when describing the music with having Russell there and Vinny, was that the music was going to be Dio-ish at its heaviest and Foreigner-ish at its lightest, was the way I pictured it being. Was kind of like, you know, great mellow tunes, like off Dying to Live. If you listen to Long for the Days, you know, that has a definite like Foreigner-ish vibe to it, or Changes. And so once I got to running games, I suppose, you know, with Finish Line, when I came up with the riffs, I mean, that was intentionally very Dio-ish, you know, definitely, because it was like, that's the description of the music. So I'm going to like start, that was like the core of the album was like that, because it allowed me to say like, that's the sound. And then, you know, that way, if you stray a little far away and it doesn't sound Dio-ish in spots, you can still say, yes, but there's this, you know?
Right.
So anyway, that's, I think intentionally very Dio influenced.
Well, I want to thank you so much, sir, for spending. It's like having rock royalty on the show for us, and I know it's going to mean the world to the listeners that, you know, are supporting the independent artists that we share the music from, and I just can't thank you enough for taking time to spend some time with us here on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure. I appreciate you guys thinking of me.
All right. Well, we're going to end things tonight with Finish Line by Joel Hoekstra's 13. Please go out and download it, stream it. All right. Good
Thank
night.
you, Joel. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Bye.
You're welcome.
I have met the heartless, and I have held the pain. I have known the darkness, the evil thoughts inside my brain. Ooh, what does it mean if I run away? Ooh,
on today's Mad Cats Mad Tracks, we have the song One Day Late, $1 Shy by Jane Crow. So give it a listen.
I got a red
Hey, it's Bo Summer here on this week's Indie Radar right here on the Balcony Show. So check this out. The Irish government, the minister of, he's on a task. So the Irish minister for tourism, culture, arts, etc., has put together a very cool, like the spending allowance or something for anybody in the arts. So you can be a musician, you could be a painter, you could be a poet, you could be, whatever. You're just involved in the arts. And it's to kind of help, it's a program that they're kind of spearheading, and their initiative was to set this up for working artists to help them pretty much putting money in their pocket because of what the pandemic has done. So we all know everything just got shut down. So anybody, there's no gigs, there's no performances, there's no opportunity for them to have made any money at that time. So the minister... the Irish minister actually put together this program, and they had like 9,000 people apply in the country. Only 2 were selected. Who knows what the ratio is, but the point is, I guess 2,000 people were accepted, and they're getting this allowance to kind of help put money in their pocket. It's almost like, I guess, what in the U.S. would be unemployment
kind of thing, right.
But it's for the artists. So they're hoping that that's going to maybe spearhead other programs in other countries for anybody who's in the arts. So that's actually happening right now. And I think the country is putting in like 23 point something million dollars to actually get this program up and running to help artists of
really
every
cool.
walk,
So
which
if
is
you're-
kind of cool.
Well, so it's past tense though. You can't apply anymore, right? It's
No, and I don't know that they've released any other information,
come on,
but
USA,
how cool
let's
is that?
do something like that.
Oh, yeah, seriously. I thought that was a really neat, because I think one of the main purposes was that they wanted to put this program together because everyone is affected. Everyone is affected by the arts in such a positive way. So they wanted to kind of give back and help put some, money into their pockets and get their economy going. So
Well, I'm
that's
all for
pretty
that.
cool.
I think we need to do more support
Yeah.
the arts in the United States.
I
really do.
agree.
But anyways, thank you, Bo, for another great tip on Indie Radar. And I'd like to remind you the Balcony Show is proudly produced at Rock Hard Studios out of Stroudsburg. Check them out for all your musical production needs.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
In today's fast-paced digital world, not only have the players changed, the game is no longer the same. Independent artists today must launch their own career without the backing of the majors or a big budget. They must promote it to radio themselves. Music and film understands this. We know where artists are coming from, where they want to go, and what they need to do to get there. We reach 250,000 radio stations in 180 countries. We are hands down the largest in the business. Please email promotions@musicandfilm.com. That's music with a K, with a K, with a K.
It's time for the spotlight portion of our show where we showcase debut singles and returning guests. And your host is Donna Galucci. So, here we go. Donna freaking Galucci!
Thank you, Mad Cat.
How you doing, Donna freaking Galucci?
Doing okay.
All right,
Doing
that's
okay.
excellent. All right, go ahead, get
It's an
started.
excellent evening.
I'll let you do your thing now.
I'm gonna do my thing.
Thing.
My thing. The Dead Daisies.
Yes.
Yes.
They're killing it
Love.
right now.
Oh, they
my
are.
gosh, yeah, they're
They
awesome.
certainly are. They have a new single out, "Hypnotize Yourself," which is actually they have their new album
Yeah.
Right.
has come out. Came out on September 30th, called Radiance. That's their 6th studio album.
Nice.
They're unbelievable. These guys.
They're just killing it. They're killing it all over the place.
Yeah.
absolutely
Touring and
And I couldn't be happier
They-
because
that's awesome.
Doug, when he was he was just such a fantastic
Yeah.
It was
guy.
such a great interview too during the Shamdemic when he's sitting there. It's like we're ready to end the conversation. He's like, well, no, you guys can't go yet. He's like, I haven't spoken to anybody but my family for a month. Everybody let us off.
No, he's just
He's
Just a
awesome.
super cool.
And
yeah.
he did say he's going to come back and maybe stop by the studio one day. Wouldn't that be awesome?
and
We have to hold him to that.
Maybe drag Glenn with him.
Well, that would be really cool.
All right, Doug, we're holding you
Glenn
to it.
Hughes, we want him in the studio. His great vocals on this track. Oh my goodness. It's Hypnotize
insane.
Yourself. It's a great song. Just a straight up rock and roll tune. Heavy chorus, guitar driven, rock your face off.
Cool.
Awesome song. I really, really like it. And I love this band because they just never stop. Like, they just had a European tour this summer. They did their fall U.S. tour in September. And now they're gearing up for a tour of the U.K. in December. They're just
Wow.
constantly on the move, constantly promoting themselves. And they do all kinds of cool stuff. Just real quick, one really cool thing I thought was, I really enjoyed that they did. They put together a special U.S.-only CD EP that is only available at their U.S. shows. Which is
Oh,
really
that's
cool.
very
Which
cool.
featured
Wow.
all 4 singles that they recently released off of this
Oh,
album.
cool.
Very nice.
Well, actually 3 singles, and then a bonus cover of a Fleetwood Mac song called "Oh Well," which
Oh,
people
very
can only
cool.
hear on this CD. I just love when bands do cool stuff like that.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree.
cool stuff
Yeah.
at the merch booth. You know,
Kind of off the beaten track and
yeah.
something neat.
Very
But see, that's
smart.
Very,
Yes,
very
they're
smart.
very smart
Somebody's
stuff.
thinking.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's what you talk about all the time, Bo. So it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Thinking.
So, take a
So
listen.
here we go. Take a listen to the Dead Daisies. Hypnotize Yourself.
The sun that is rising, the dawn masquerade. Now I'm realizing I'm lost in the shade. I see the keeper, so evergreen. Hear the sigh of the weeper, all alone by the street. Hypnotize yourself, you're living in a daydream. Hypnotize yourself. No shadow of a moonbeam. Hypnotize yourself. You're stepping on a highway. Hypnotize yourself. You're walking in the street. I'll wait for the giver. The hour
And thanks for listening to The Balcony Show. What a great interview. Joe Hoekstra, thank you for spending some time with us here on the show. Much things to come.
Yeah.
We have a new segment with Mike Roy, Mike's Music Box, so look forward to some more of that coming up in future episodes, and just so grateful for a lot of things that are happening, and I'm glad the music community is alive and they survived a lot of it and are thriving.
Doing well. There is so much
There's just
good music out
such
there.
incredible talent. And again, I'm going to remind you, a Reverb Nation campaign is now, hot. So we want your holiday music.
Yeah. Holidays are around the corner.
Oh my gosh,
Jingle
they
bells,
are.
That
jingle
stresses me
bells.
out. Not allowed to sing that yet.
No Christmas music yet.
December 1st, you can start.
Yeah.
So do
Insane.
tune in.
Tune in. What a bunch of wisecrackers on this show.
Just saying.
Never stops.
She
Alright.
said doo-doo.
With that, I'm going to bid everybody good night. It's time to go home.
Time
I
to
think
go to
we're-
bed.
I think we're all fried, so.
Right.
Speak for yourself. I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, sure. If
We're
that's
going
what
out
fine
drinking.
looks like, I don't want any more.
Oh boy.
Damn.
Good night, everybody. From
Good
the
night.
Balcony Show. We'll catch you next week.
Peace.
Roll me a bone, baby, pour me a shot. Let the nightmares come, darling, let them run high. See you till after the show. Saw you leave me once, now you're leaving me twice. Got your feathers ruffled, don't baby look nice. Don't baby look nice. Maybe I will see you next year. Down on Dog Street, mama, there's not much to see. Just some kids in houses with no TV. And this place is
And that's what's up.